Alrighty, so I've been I've been gone for a long time. Actually, not really a long time. It's only been like 4 days, I think. I wanted to apologize about that. I sure do apologize a lot, but in my defense, I did start my new job, and this vlog's going to talk a lot about it and how it's been going and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of the days that I've been working, I've been getting up. My schedule is still fucked up. I worked so hard. I worked like 2 to 3 weeks. I was trying to get my sleepy schedule to go later and later, to where I was going to sleep at like 8 o'clock at night and then waking up at like 4 in the morning or 6 in the morning, whatever. And I did that finally. I got it all set up. However, once I got that all set up, it was like a few days before PAX. And so PAX pretty much screwed me up, because we were going to bed when I was there in the hotel like at like 12 o'clock and waking up like 6, 7 o'clock so we could get ready to go to PAX, which started at 8, I believe. No, it was either 8 or 10. I already forgot, which is kind of sad, but nonetheless, it was still a very good trip. So I'm not really too frustrated that my sleeping schedule's fucked up about that. But nonetheless, I am trying to fix it to where I'm getting up like a long time before I actually have to go to work. My first few days of work, I was going at like 1, well, it was ranging. I think my first day of work was at like 3:45 or something like that. And I was waking up at like 10 o'clock, so I had like 5 hours to, dick around before I had to go to work. But the last 2 days, I've actually had 2 8-hour shifts, and so I was getting up, well, and they were earlier too. So I think I started to work at 11:45 both days. No, one of them was 12 o'clock and one was 11:45, and I was getting up at, my sleeping schedule was getting later and later, so I was waking up at like 11, so I didn't really have any time to get ready or do anything before that. And so, before that though, like I said, I was going to work at around 3 o'clock, and yeah, that was great because I had like 5 hours to, dick around. But nonetheless, though, work's been going very well, guys. I worked 34 hours in my first week, which is normally something I would not do because of the fact that courtesy clerks are only supposed to get 18 hours, or maximum, they said, is 16. Maximum hours is 16, but actually was getting 18 hours the first week. But I'm counting Saturday and Sunday because every Thursday at 3:30, you go into work and you can actually see the new schedule for the week. And for my first week, or what was it? I believe I had to go in, or I was starting work Monday the following week, and so it only had a schedule for me set up for Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday of the next week. So I had Saturday and Sunday off, or Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, and then I went to work Monday and Tuesday, and then I had Wednesday off, and then Thursday and Friday. And I wasn't going to work Saturday when I went and checked the new schedule, but a friend of mine actually, that I work with now, he asked me to take over his shift, so I got an additional 8 hours. So I was like, oh hell yeah, I'll do it. I don't care about having extra work. So I went, and yeah, I had 5 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No, not Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I had those 5 days, but I also had my first 8-hour shift. Technically, it was going to be my first 8-hour shift on Sunday, but like I said, I took over my friend's shift, which was 8 hours on Saturday. So I got an additional 8 hours, and yeah, so I got 34 hours added up into all that, which was really nice. And so I'm waiting for my check. My mom was actually scared of me because she was telling me how you can actually lose like 30% of what you make, like from taxes. Because I've never, at my old job, they actually kind of did it, I guess, under the table, even though it wasn't really under the table. I mean, they were giving me checks and stuff. Sorry. Oh, geez, voice crack. But, yeah, I wasn't losing any money in my checks when I was working for the other people. I was getting exactly $10 an hour, so I wasn't losing any money from that, so I wasn't really used to, or I'm not really going to be used to losing money. But my mom was trying to explain to me that you'd only lose 30% depending on like how much you make, and like if you have a family. It all depends on that kind of stuff. So hopefully I don't lose 33%, because that's over $100 of what I worked for. So that's like 10 hours of work that I'm losing, or that I sorry, that I practically did for free. And that would be really, really ridiculous. And so she was pretty much explaining to me that if I don't work that many hours, that they probably wouldn't take as much. So that's something I can really hopefully look forward to, because like I said, I'm not supposed to make 34 hours in a week, but I'm supposed to be getting 16. So hopefully after this check, and hopefully it doesn't count towards this check, hopefully they do take a lot less than 33% in my next week when I work. So hopefully I only work 16 hours from then on. But I totally worked overboard my first week, and I was kind of worried because at this place at Safeway, you have 60 days while you're on probation, and pretty much during those 60 days they can decide to fire you or keep you within those times, and they can actually fire you beforehand if they don't or if they don't think you're really necessary to the team. And I've been actually working my ass off. Like, you guys know I'm a lazy fat piece of shit. I'm always sitting over there just in my chair doing work and playing games and stuff like that. By the way, I had to turn on the light. It's actually really bright outside, but I actually finally got curtains for my windows because I was getting sick and tired of the light. And when I was waking up anyway, like I was waking up and it was super bright in here, but now there's only light that goes in through that door, and we actually have a I have an additional curtain and a rail for it, but I just never put it up yet. But one of the big reasons why I did cover those up is because I actually was mainly worried about my my posters and stuff and my prints. I really want those to stay in good condition for a very long time, so I really would like to keep those secure. And I didn't mention this, or I haven't mentioned this yet. Finally, I found a framing website that you can do custom frames for and stuff. Everywhere I looked, I could not find anything. It was only preset like frames and stuff. Oh man, I was so happy. It's called frameiteasy.com, and pretty much you can like select the size. You can go up to like 48 by 56 inches, 48 by 56 inch frames, which is really big and way overboard than what I ever need. But nonetheless, you can get it custom printed, or you can get it custom framed there. You can also get non-glare acrylic like cover, so it's not like super glary like that is. You can also like get a back plate for, I don't really know what to call it, but pretty much I think it's called like acid-free back core or something like that. And pretty much it apparently reduces the acid that comes out apparently from prints and stuff over time. Like there's acid residue that comes out of them, which can affect the back and the quality of the picture. And so you can also, what else can you get? Actually, I think that's it. But I finally found a perfect website that I've always wanted, because you guys know I have a lot of frames and stuff here. And this frame right here is actually 24 inches by 24 inches, and it doesn't even match the oh my god, voice crack. It doesn't even match the poster, because the poster is actually 23.4 by 23.4 inches. And the problem with that is I had to stick it in the middle, like to make it look center. You can kind of see the back of the poster. The only problem that I have with the site, though, which makes it harder for me to, determine like custom sizes like that, is it's in like fractions. This is gonna sound retarded, but this is 23.4 inches by 23.4 inches, and on the website they do it by fractions, so it goes like 1/16, 1/8, 3/16, 2/8, and so on. When it does it like that, though, it's really hard for me to determine what 0.4 is of 16ths of an inch. So I'm having a lot of trouble determining what the hell that's gonna be in fraction size. And I hope that doesn't sound too retarded, but I really can't tell the difference, because I don't know what 0.4 is of a 16th, or of 16 out of 16. And like, because in decimals it goes up to 10, like it's 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and then 1. And so I don't know, like I've been thinking about it, and I did talk to my parents about it, and they kind of explained it possibly would be 3/16, but like I said, I have no idea. But yeah, so I'm going to be getting all my future frames from there, and I actually might over time get those replaced. They actually have the same kind of frames for those two. You can get wood frames, or you can get the exact like metal look from that. Like it looks the exact same, which would be awesome, because then I can also get the non-glare acrylic, which would be really nice, because I really hate seeing the glare when I'm looking at the pictures with the light on, or with the light coming in, because I would really like to be able to see those without being like covered by a glare. Like when I look at that poster over there, you just see that huge light on the side, which totally just makes it harder to look at and stuff. Oh man, I've been going for 9 minutes. But let me get back into my work, what I was talking about with work. My first day went very well. It was like, I think I only worked 4 hours, but a lot of stuff happened on that day. There was, actually I don't remember the third thing. I know there was 3 things, but I can't remember on the top of my head what happened. Oh, that's right, someone tried to steal. That was one of the big things. Someone got like a whole cart full of stuff. Like they went and grabbed one of the under the little check stand desks. There's like a whole huge stack of plastic bags. Like there's like bunches of them. Like you pull out one little bunch, and there's like hundreds of like plastic bags, and someone actually went and stole one, and he got a shopping cart, and he went and like started bagging everything he got, and inside of his car he had like $500 worth of like items and stuff, which is completely overkill. I mean, that's just being really greedy. And that happened. He actually got caught. Like one of my coworkers went up to him or said, hey, what are you doing? Like, you're not supposed to chase after them, but he was just asking him like, hey, if you paid for that. And he was like, oh, I thought this was he made up like the dumbest excuse ever. He said, oh, I thought this was a bagging car, like I was supposed to bag my stuff. And so he went over it, I think into like aisle 10 or something like that, and he just left the cart there, and then he left. Well, I'm like, sorry, there's like a lot of scratches on the back of my phone case. Wow, that's a real shame. I love this phone case, but okay. But like I was saying, that happened, and then one dude that I went to school with, he actually hit he was parking and he actually bumped into someone's car, or like he scratched the side of it. And this dude, it wasn't even this one guy's car, but this old guy actually saw it and he witnessed it and like made sure that the guy didn't leave, of course, but he wasn't going to. But also, like, he started just yelling at him, and he called him like he was like, this is just fucking stupid, man, why would you do this? And it was my first day, okay, and I wasn't wanting to screw anything up. Like, I didn't want to intervene and like go like or stop doing what I was doing, like grabbing carts and stuff, because it was my cart hour. And so I didn't even realize that he hit the car or anything. But he was acting really nervous, and I actually, while I was grabbing carts, I walked by and I was like, his name's Frank, and so I'm the pun guy, you guys all know that. And so I said, Frank's a lot, and he like looked at me and was like, that, like he was just like really nervously like saying hello because he didn't want to, you know, I don't know, get any attention or something like that. And so I'm just working, right, and then I actually take my 2-hour break, and sorry, I have okay, I need to look away from that. On my computer screen, Discord's running, and someone just put a message in. I couldn't read it, but it just distracted me. But yeah, so he wrote me on Snapchat. Like I said, I didn't even realize that he was in an accident. Until afterwards, like I was pushing carts, and then like some dude was yelling at him, and then like he told me to go get like the manager or something. Well, the old guy did, and so he wrote me on Snapchat and said, "You're a fucking dick," and I was like, what the hell did I do? So I had to explain to him I had no idea that he was in an accident. I'm sorry if you think that, and we're fine though. And then also, oh wait, no, that was what was that? Was that only 2 of the 3 things? I know there was something else that happened. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, this is kind of like, whenever I don't make videos for a long time, I kind of lose my train of thought a lot, and like I'm not very focused, and I do apologize about that, but I really wanted to get like a vlog out that talks about my work experience and stuff like that, and keep you guys up to date with what I'm doing, because you guys know I like to make videos, but like I said, the past few days my work has been like as soon as I woke up, and so I don't have any time to make videos before I go to work, and when I get off of work I'm like absolutely tired. I just want to lay down. So it's very, I'm sorry guys, I'm very lazy, you guys know that, but when I come home I do not really want to do anything except maybe play some games. I'm not really in the mood to record or do any of that stuff afterwards, but I would like to do it beforehand. But as I said, I woke up like a little bit before my work time. But anyways, the third thing that happened, I don't even know exactly what happened, but pretty much these 2 dudes were like talking to one another, and they called the cops, and this dude came, or the sheriff like had to like go like chase after this car, like because this car was trying to move, and so this cop was just following him, and he got off to the side of the parking lot. And pretty much this dude, this weird-looking guy inside of like an SUV, was getting talked to by the cops, and there was like a bunch of dudes surrounding it. I don't know what happened, but that was pretty interesting. It was just there was a lot of shoplifting, and there's a lot of shoplifting at Safeway, or the one I go to anyway, because I live in a shady area. Well, that's not really true, but a lot of people here, I'm just gonna be honest, are really weird. Like they just look. I don't want to sound like a dickhead, and I hope you guys understand that, but pretty much like a lot of people here look homeless and like wear raggedy clothing, or they just look like they haven't showered. I'm sorry, I want to respect everyone, you know, I try to, but that's just something that you see a lot around here. But yeah, so pretty much my first day went well, and then after that, you know, I was just getting in the groove of how things worked, you know, making sure I'm doing my sweeps and everything. like four people, like in my first week though, like 4 employees mentioned to me that I'm doing an absolutely amazing job, which made me feel good, because there was one point where I was in for an hour and 45 minutes. I was the only courtesy clerk in during a shift, and I actually had every day when you go into work, they actually have like a schedule of what you're doing that day. Like it'll say like this hour you're gonna sweep, or this hour you're gonna go grab carts or something like that. And sometimes you might have an hour where you're doing anything, like you have to go grab carts, do sweeps, bag stuff for people and stuff like that. And those are very hectic, especially when you're the only courtesy clerk there. And there was actually a point where yeah, for an hour and 45 minutes I was all by myself, and I was having to go do the sweeps. For sweeps, the first quarter of the hour you have to go do a sweep, and then you clock in everything, you check the restrooms, and then the last quarter, so like 15 minutes into the hour and then 45 minutes into the hour, you go do sweeps and everything. And so I had to like go do that while going to grab carts, and I was just moving around like really fast, like just making sure I was making it sure everyone was happy. And the manager actually called me in like my third day and mentioned to me that there was like 3 occasions where I didn't clock in my sweep, even though I did it, because you're supposed to make sure you clock it in, so like for safety reasons, to ensure that you actually did your job and you don't get fined, you have to always clock it in. And so I mentioned, I'm really sorry, there was a few occasions where I completely forgot about clocking it in, and there were points where I was getting really distracted, or I had to do other stuff. And she said, it's no biggie, but just make sure you start doing it. I'm actually very, very impressed with how you've been doing so far. I mean, there was such a long time where you were all by yourself and you were doing a very good job. You were moving around, and overall I'm very impressed. So that made me feel really good. Like I went into the office thinking I was in big trouble, like I was already getting fired, and I was really nervous. But yeah, overall everyone's really happy with me, and everyone's saying I'm doing a good job, and it makes me feel good, because you guys know I'm lazy, but I work my ass off at the store. I'm constantly moving around. I am bagging as fast as I can, and like I'm very like courteous to people. Like I'm like, hello sir, would you like any help out today? And then if they say no, I'll be like, all right sir, have a wonderful day, or all right ma'am, have a wonderful day. You know, when I'm sweeping, I'm like, excuse me ma'am, excuse me sir. I'm just overall very happy there. And honestly, guys, I'm very happy right now. I'm very happy with my life currently, because like I said, I was tired of learning. I just wanted to start making money, and you know, this is what I wanted. I wanted to have like a good job, and you know, be able to enjoy myself like I am here, and just not have to worry about anything. I'm not stressed out by anything. I'm very happy with how my life is currently, and I hope I can stay this way, or hopefully I can start making more hours or getting more hours. But I'm pretty sure that's going to take a long time for me to get more hours as a courtesy clerk. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap up this vlog. Let me see how long it is. Holy shit, 17 minutes? I did not expect it to be that long, guys. But nonetheless, I hope you guys did enjoy a little catch up on my life, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Take care.